Ne Zha 2 is the most popular movie right now. If you haven't heard of it, you might just be living under a rock. But the real question is, how did this movie become so successful? While you might think it's all about the animation and story, there's actually a lot more behind its rise to fame. To understand Ne Zha 2's success, you first need to know its origins. If you're not familiar with Chinese mythology, this movie is based on the legendary figure Ne Zha, a hero from Taoist and Buddhist traditions. The story goes like this. Ne Zha was born from a ball of flesh after an unbelievable 3 years and 6 months in his mother's womb. His father, Li Jing, believed he was a monster and tried to get rid of him. But a Taoist master, Tai Jinren, saw potential in Ne Zha and saved him. One day, Ne Zha accidentally killed the Dragon King's son, Ao Bing. Furious, the Dragon King threatened to flood their home. To save his family, Ne Zha sacrificed himself, tearing off his own flesh and returning his bones to his parents. But that wasn't the end. Tai Jinren rebuilt Ne Zha's body from lotus flowers, making him even stronger. Reborn, Ne Zha vowed to fight against fate and tyranny, becoming one of China's greatest mythological heroes. The first major adaptation of this legend was Ne Zha Conquers the Dragon King, 1979. It closely followed the original myth, showing Ne Zha's battle with the Dragon Kings and his eventual sacrifice. While it's an old film, it was well received in China. Over the years, there were other Ne Zha movies, but none of them really stood out until 2019. That's when the first movie in the modern Ne Zha series came out, Ne Zha 2019. This film completely reimagined the story, turning Ne Zha into a misunderstood anti-hero struggling against fate. The movie became China's highest-grossing animated film at the time, and put Chinese animation on the global stage. The studio followed up with Zha Reborn 2021, which wasn't a direct sequel, but was set in the same cinematic universe. It featured Ne Zha's spirit reincarnated into a motorcycle-riding rebel, which honestly felt more like a filler movie. But after years of anticipation and hard work, we finally got the true continuation, Ne Zha 2. If the first movie was about his battle, this one is about his rebirth. Even so, the story isn't over. There are more battles ahead, so a third movie is very likely. But explaining the entire mythology in one video would be too much. It's complex and deeply rooted in Chinese culture. Now that you know the story, let's get to the main question. Why is Ne Zha 2 such a massive success? 1. It's just a great movie. This is the obvious reason. The animation is stunning, the story is compelling, and the action is epic. Quality speaks for itself, and people love a well-made film. But you probably didn't come here just to hear that, so let's go deeper. 2. Nostalgia and cultural significance. This is something most people outside China don't realize. In one of my previous videos, a Chinese viewer commented, "I watched Ne Zha 2 and it was amazing." One of the reasons why it became so popular is that, for Chinese people, this was their childhood. They grew up watching Ne Zha. For many in China, Ne Zha is as iconic as Shrek or Spider-Man is for Western audiences. Seeing a high-quality modern adaptation of a childhood legend naturally brings excitement. 3. China's rise in entertainment. This is where things get interesting. Decades ago, China was largely rural and overshadowed by Western media. But today, China has rapidly advanced in technology, industry, and entertainment. With 4 times the US population, it was only a matter of time before they entered the blockbuster movie space. And then there's national pride. China hadn't had a film in the top worldwide rankings before, so there was a push, both from audiences and the industry, to support homegrown animation. Some reports even suggest that the government encouraged screenings and ticket sales, further boosting the numbers. Will Ne Zha 2 become one of the biggest movies ever? With its insane box office numbers, Ne Zha 2 could end up as one of the most popular animated movies of all time. But what do you think? Will it hold up against Hollywood's biggest hits? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts.